I be forgetting how bright this light is. Oof. And I have it tilted downward so that it's not like shining in my face. Um, good grief. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I'm gonna do the intro while YouTube is. I hit the wrong, but y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intro. Hey Grace, hey Tanya, hi Sarah. So I'm gonna do the intro. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. As you can see, I'm frazzled. I'm usually this way. That's part of why this is called the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. Also, the crazy in the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube is just knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where a lot of people are overly concerned with who am I and will people like me for who I am. So we're here to let you know it's okay to just be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features. Enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never because you feel like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that's what we stand for here. If you are new here and you're watching a replay, thank you so much for being here. 2 things you need to know about me. I do curse because this is I curse. And the other thing is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do try to be aware of it so that I can say, excuse me, because even for a troll, that's rude behavior. Hey, Locke. So thank you for all of you being here. I'm looking around because, first of all, today has been a day. Hey, Alicia. I only had maybe, hey, Tony. I only had maybe two and a half hours of sleep. And I've been like, stuff has been all day. Appointment, my Botox for migraines and also TMJ issues. And so I have a couple. Every once in a while, one will bleed a little bit. So that's what those red dots are. This is what this is. That's what this is. And then, around my scalp and down here, y'all, it ain't no joke. And usually after my Botox appointment, I come home and I crash for like at least a good 3 hours straight because it really wears me out. And I couldn't do that today. So, I mentioned it in a video. I don't know when it's going to air. It's already scheduled. But my cousin, whose father passed away in October, her mother passed away yesterday. And so, another cousin, she's about an hour and a half away. And those two are the same age. They grew up like sisters. And so she drove up. And so my cousin here, the cheerleader's mom, she was like, hey, are you able to come for dinner? So-and-so came up. And I'm thinking, oh, man, because I know that appointment knocks me out. But hey, Nina, but, y'all know I make it work. And when stuff happens, I'm down for whatever. And so I kept busy here doing the thumbnails and description boxes and editing the background stuff for all the lives. I scheduled all of my lives. Thank you, Nina. I scheduled all of my lives for February, every Monday and Thursday. And then I had to go in and change the description boxes. And so I did all of that stuff. Then I went out for dinner. I had Texas Roadhouse, salmon, Caesar salad. And I don't know why I brought it over here. Like I'm going to finish eating it in the video. And then I got home, I think, at like 6:30. And in my mailbox, Notoriously Morbid has a Valentine's Day palette coming out, y'all. Look at... I wrote a note somewhere. And I'm glad I got it before it launched. It launches on Friday the 7th. Look at y'all. And it says, there are other items with this release, with their Valentine's Day release. And this says sparkles, shimmers, and mattes. This is the back. Yeah, they're rolls. And you know what it is though, really, Nina? Excuse me. It's that apple cinnamon butter that we put on their rolls. That's what it is. And so, y'all, so I did schedule a live for tomorrow. So we're going to swatch this baby tomorrow. Like, look. And that'll probably be it that I'll do tomorrow. I do have to make sauce because I took the meat out the freezer 2 days ago and it was fully thawed today. So I'm I'm going to make that tonight. And tomorrow, I didn't do any makeup today. I'm not doing any makeup tomorrow because I just, but this is what it looks like, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. And at first I thought about Unearthly Aura, and I put them side by side. They look nothing alike. Because in my mind, when I see these type of bright shimmers, and you can see like the dual chromes, you can see the sparkles in it, right? It's like, how many different ones can you do? But it is different. Because my first thought was like, but no. And not even like Mary Mean one either. But yeah, so we'll be back here tomorrow night. I wasn't going to do it. But y'all know. But we're waiting to do the Spellcraft Beauty from Lethal. But this one, I'm like, and plus Spellcraft isn't that new, excuse me for smacking. This comes out on Friday, as I said, so I'm excited about that. I already put my labels on it and everything. And so this video, we're going to talk about the 20, I didn't bring no chapstick over here, y'all, and I'm dehydrated, my lips are dry. When I know I'm going to be really busy and in and out the house, I don't drink a lot of water because it just runs through me. So I'm really dehydrated. But anyway, what was I going to say? We're going to talk about the 27 palettes that I used in January. And I had miscounted and I had put 29. And that's because one of the quints, I had used it on its own and I paired it with something else. And so it's really only 27. So I did go back and update the title, so it should say 27. And what I keep looking around for is my pill dispenser. I thought I took it with me, but it's not in my bag and it's not in the kitchen, so I'm just like, where the hell? I don't know where it is, but I know it's where I left it. I just don't know where I left it. So I just went into the bottles and took the meds I needed to take. But anyway, so we have 27 palettes to talk about tonight. Some of them, even though everything is treasure, y'all know I'm on this journey to have stuff that calls to me, stuff that I love, stuff that I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean? And so some of these are in my Mercari store. I'm not going to do a declutter video, and I don't think I'll be doing any anytime soon because, excuse me, once I have everything that I love or loving everything in my collection, there will be nothing to declutter. I did purchase from Sigma, because on their sell page, I don't even know why I went to their sell page, but they had I don't even remember the name of it. It was $33. The full price was $65, and so I did buy it. The color story looks a little murky, and so I did order that, and I ordered a liquid lipstick and a lip gloss. They were $13 down from $21. So everything, well, those things were like 40 to 46% off. So I do have that coming. That's the only thing I ordered. So yeah, so let's get into these palettes. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Said hi to Tony, Tanya. Did I say hi to you, Tanya? Yo, I am like so out of it. I'm like severely sleep deprived and dehydrated. But so let's get into these palettes. I do have water here and I have Mountain Dew here. I have been sipping Mountain Dew off and on all day. So 27 palettes in 31 days. We did do a few pairings. So that's where some of those numbers came from. Some stuff I remember I paired and some stuff I don't, as far as the packet we have here. I want to move y'all closer and I can do that, but I need to move these two boxes that I sit my laptop on top of. Coming closer. Yeah, that was weird. But I'm weird. And y'all know I'm weird. And y'all are here for it. And I appreciate it. So, alright, so I moved those boxes. Then I put my laptop on for live streams when I was doing, and you know, I can move these boxes because I don't do live streams on my laptop anymore. So I could just move these boxes because they're only here for that reason, to put the laptop on to do lives. Yeah, so let's just, excuse me, y'all. Let's just get started. I have a stack. I don't even think I should try to lift them up. I think I might have told y'all before that my dad is a funny dude. And he'll just text me and be like, tell me what the weather is and say I love you and how's your mom. And so he texted me today. It was like 15 minutes ago. He texted me, hey, baby girl, hope you and mom are doing okay. It's 84 here. He lives in Arizona. So I text him back, hey, Dad, we're doing okay. It's 42 right now here in Delaware. I love you. It's like, that's... So these are... I'm surprised I didn't drop anything. I might have spoke too soon. But these are the palettes. I'm not going to rank them because everything I do like. As I said, though, some stuff is going away. Some is already in my Mercari store. I bundled a few palettes and the bundle sold already. And so I need to package that up and mail that out tomorrow. I'm also mailing out some other stuff to some of my troll kin here. So let me hold these up together. Did that video air yet? I don't know. I did a couple beauty face-offs. Y'all know that was this, right? This heavy ass thing. I do have a few motherships in my Mercari store also. And I think that one's going in there, believe it or not. I really just want to be excited about everything I own and not just have stuff to say I have stuff. You know what I mean? So one of my beauty face-offs was with Makeup by Mario. Let me check comments. I feel like I'm rushed and I don't know why. Like it's, I don't know. I don't know. Makeup by Mario, Ethereal Eyes, Moonlight, something. We battled that against Elf, Bite Size, and Truffles. Y'all. Yep, I stuck my finger in it. Where's my cloth at? I need a drop cloth. But look at this, y'all. Look at this. Isn't this crazy? And so when that video does air, if you're like, wow, you know, I just want a smoky look, and you can even do a 3 shadow look, these 3, and put this on your upper lash line. Because I know I keep saying, people were like, I won't use the blue, the black, or the dark gray. And I'm like, maybe for eyeliner. But y'all, look at these colors. This right here you go. Mario was more shimmery though. This one right here, maybe. This one, the brown one, and then this black, that black. So if you just want a smoky look and you don't want to pay Mario money, I think these are still $3. I think the elf ones are still $3. And I remember before, I liked the formula of these. And the bonus material after the official class stuff was over, she kept talking about how she has every one of these and she loves these. And I was thinking, like, I remember I really liked this formula. And I did have some, like, extra ones because I was going to give away, like, when I do makeup and stuff. And I did give some away. But then when I looked at this, I'm like, wait a minute. Let me keep one of these truffles to myself and do the look. They were very similar, y'all. They were very similar. So those are 2 that we used last month. This makes me sad. But I do remember when I was going back and forth before, Janessa said it's okay if I didn't keep it. Because I was torn because it's really sentimental. And there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't really care for the shimmer formula. But it is a fun color story. And I love the mattes though. And that is Udin's Eye by Betty Jean Planet Spirit palette. And so... And she did keep telling me in that live stream, it's okay, you know, if it's not calling you, but I was still like, no. But I did use this last month because I'm like, let me be sure. And so some of this stuff, I made sure to use it just to be sure that I would be okay, like letting it go. And so, yeah, I'm going to let this go. And I'm still kind of, this has a lot of life in it. This has a 36-month PAO. The PAO one here is April 2027. I'm like, why is it shiny right here? You know, I got makeup on my face. I didn't even do anything yet. But, Yeah, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. And I've been trying to think, because usually when I think to get rid of something, I may think of a person and I'm like, oh, yeah, this looks like them. And I'll contact them and see if they would like it. So I don't know. I don't know where this is going to go yet. I'm not going to put it in Macari because she gifted this to me. So I do not want to, unless I just did like $1, because then they would just pay shipping or something. But I don't want to charge for it because she sent it to me. You know what I mean? And so, but we did use that last month. Is it that it's too bright? No, it's not that it's too bright, Tony. I don't like the shimmer formula. I don't like the shimmer formula. I do like the looks I did with it, but I just don't really care for the shimmer formula. But it is a fun color story. It's a really nice color story. What am I doing here? What is that? I feel scattered. That's what it is. Because I've been going like all day. Say it with me. Beans and booty. This has reached its peak. And some of the formulas, I don't even know if that video aired yet. I don't know, y'all. I remember the time. Oh, I remember when I think I did a look with this row. I want to say it was this row. And none of them performed like they used to. And I was like, oh my goodness. And so I thought it was about to die. And so then I used it again with other shadows, and all of those were fine. So I'm just like, what is with this one row? But it is about the time. The PAO is coming up. I think the PAO is March next month. But I feel okay letting it go because I remember saying I will miss not having it because it is like one of the most unique palette designs I have. I remember saying I'll miss not having it, but I won't miss using it because I have so many other shimmers, dual chromes, and multi-chromes from Notoriously Morbid. So I am okay and I am letting this go. And because some of the shadows are on their way to the grave, I am just going to just toss this one. Because when I give stuff away, I like for it to have a lot of life in it. And knowing that at least 4 of these shades, for me, they don't perform the same. Somebody else might not notice a difference, but I know this is on its way out. And so, yeah, Beans and Booty. I do feel like, though, if they relaunched it, I do feel like I would buy another one. Even though I would not miss these shadows because I have so many dual chromes, multi-chromes, and shimmers from Notoriously Morbid. But I really believe I would buy it again because it is a nice palette and it is like one of the most unique that I have. And I like saying beans and booty. I just love saying that. But yeah, so we're gonna let this one go. So I'm creating piles here. So I have one so far with Udin's Eye that I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. And we have this one that's going. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to create a pile on top of the trash can over here. That's what we're going to do. And so we also use Nomad Ireland Way. No, it's not. Ireland Wild Atlantic Way. My code, I believe, still works for 10% off. It's not affiliated. I don't know when the PAO for this. Oh, actually, the PAO was actually March this year. So another month or so. And so for me, Nomad shadows do turn around the 9 or 10 month mark. These have not started to turn on me yet. Yeah, Beans and Booty. You know what? I have, if you're talking about this one, Tony, to dupe it with other singles, because I have so many of those Lethal shades, and Lethal has those bright and bold. Like, I'm okay. Like, and looking at this now, that hot pink shade that's UV reactive from Lethal, and I have a bright orange one, a bright matte orange one. So, like, this, if I wanted these colors, it would be easy. And even if I wanted just a softer version, I could use the Pride palette because that's a lot of like the satin type formulas. And so I wouldn't even have to intentionally try to dupe it. But I mean, I just feel like I have all the shades. I'm just, you know. And so this is what Ireland Wild Atlantic Way looks like. The mattes are fine. This shade is a pressed pigment, so I've never used it. Um, somebody has said if you put any one green in any of your eyeshadow look, it's going to turn out a green look. Because some people have done like just these tones. Some have done just these and maybe put this one. And I saw someone that just did, you know, like these right here. And so it is different things that people can do. Um, and I do like their matte formula in this one. I don't remember if I've noticed any changes in the shimmer formula. Because for me, with Nomad, when I say they start to turn, for me, like I'll do a look and my eyelids will start burning. So I'm just like, okay, no, that hasn't happened with this one yet. But I do keep an eye specifically on a PAO for Nomad because I know for me it does turn around that time and actually usually before that time. So next month will be the PAO for this one, so I'll just keep an eye on that. And when it goes, it'll just go quietly. We're not going to be doing declutters anymore. Um, oh goodness, Dawn, you had snow? I'm glad you're safe. Excuse me. Okay, Locke, thank you for popping in when you could, though. Excuse me. Aw. Okay. I'll be here. The replay will be here. Thank you. Yeah, it was like 54 today. And we know spring ain't coming yet. I'm just looking in the chats. Okay. Another one of Nomad's palettes I used. The Chicago Speakeasy palette. I really like this palette. I don't know what it is about it, but oh, what's the temperature like? Is it below freezing? Because that's when I'm concerned. Like if the roads are wet and then the temperature is below freezing, because then whatever's on the road is going to freeze unless it's well salted. But yeah, so what's the temperature going to be like, Dawn? I really enjoy this palette. It's just something about it. So this is definitely staying, and this is fairly new. This came out in October, so that has a lot of life in it. We have another Nomad one. So let me just pull this one out too. Yo, I got like every video. I'm like, I got a lot of stuff. Every live stream we use. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! We did use the Paradise Islands palette, and that's what this looks like. Okay, 32 should be okay. And then as the day gets later, it should get warmer, but still be safe. And not only for you, but watch out for other people because everybody don't always drive safe. I do like this palette, and it surprised me that like this row. Well, it was a couple shades that made me look dusty. I think it was this one and this one, but the rest of them are really good, and I do like their shimmer formula. We had one of our live streams. It might be Thursday this week. I'm not sure, but one of them is when we're going to do the giveaway for this palette. I really like this shade down here too. We're going to do a giveaway, not this one, but I have a new one from when they were on sale or something. And so I'm just going to do, for that live stream, I'm going to do a spring look and we'll give away this one. Not in the live, but the rules will be in the description box, which are they already in there? No, they're not. I need to make a note, y'all, to put the rules in the description box. Give me 1 second. Island, I'll put island rules. And then I'll be like, what does that mean? So I'll put in the box. Island rules in the box. Okay, so that is this one. I think that was it for Nomad that we used. last month. All right, we used the Poltergeist, which we decided was treasure, but it did pass its PAO. It has not had a reaction on my lids. But when this does turn, I'ma just quietly just let it go out to sea. And too many of these just look the same on me for me to be excited to use it. Like I'm excited to use this because it shows up dark. I'm excited for this one. That's really nice and bright. These two they're okay, but they're kind of basic. But this and this one like they show up the same on me. So I'm like, but when this starts to die, I'm gonna just let it go. And some kind of haunted, the same deal. I did learn to love it. This PAO is also actually a pass. Did haunted pass? Yeah, haunted. Yeah, because I bought these at the same time actually. And so I haven't had an issue with these on my lids, but when they go, I'm just gonna let it go. This one, and this one are MAC shadows, and some of my other ones I've had for like 4 years, 5 years before the formula changed. And not that it irritated my lids, but it used to be, a creamy matte or it went on smooth, and then all of a sudden it's crumbly or something like that. But but so when this goes, we're just gonna send that out to sea as well. Is that it for Notoriously Morbid? No, it is not. Y'all know it's not. Y'all know it is not. I got stuff. Oh wow, we have quite a bit. I do feel like Notoriously Morbid has taken over my stash, and I'm not going to say because I get PR, because I still purchase from them too. So it's just a lot. So, excuse me. We Why did I lose my voice? We also use Paint the Town Red. I love this palette. This is dark, it's moody, excuse me for smacking, it's vampy, but you can get like looks out of here. This is like, this one, Katie, Makeup for Lost Time, she also gets PR from them. She did a short showing how she represses her shadows, and the shadow she repressed, but as she showed how to repress in the short, was this shade from Life and Death. And so I'm like, ooh, and so I repressed it from watching what she had did. But we'll talk about this one because right now we're talking about Paint the Town Red. But Paint the Town Red, it was a shadow in here. This one that was always falling out everywhere, I repressed that one, and I did use it since then, and it worked fine. Because my concern was, okay, when I use it, put the brush in it, is it going to fall apart again? And it didn't. But I was very gentle with it, though, because y'all know I'll be manhandling my stuff. But we did use this. I love this palette. It is not one-dimensional. The shimmer shades do shine. This is a nice dark shade. And these three, oh my gosh. And this is like a, what is that one? Bloodlust. I was going to say it's like a blood color, but it is called Bloodlust. I freaking love this palette. And I actually purchased this one. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you to those of you who use my code. Because that helps me to purchase things and not always come out of pocket. But sometimes I still do, though. And I already showed you Life and Death. We used this last month. I just got this last month. Yeah, I just got this last month in January. Yo, I don't even know what month it is. And this is what that looks like. I wish that I could show it to you better, but it's very reflective. But I do really enjoy this palette. And so I'm glad that I saw her video and repressed that shade. And she doesn't use like alcohol or spray or anything. Because it is, she scooped it out first. And then she kind of chopped it up so there weren't any like chunks in there. But it has some stick-to-itiveness. Like it was like holding itself together, which is weird because it was falling out of the pan. So it's just like a weird thing. But yeah, I didn't put anything in there, and like it looks like, one of the other shimmers. It looks like that, like it's. And she said with the shimmers, she's never had to use, any alcohol or spray or anything. So I do hope that that's true for me as well. And it was easy to do. So I'm thinking like, oh, I'm going to be one of those people now that press my shadows. I should have been doing that though, right? Y'all know I'm lazy with my makeup. We also use Season of the Witch from Notoriously Morbid. That's what this one looked like. This one I do need to press in because this is looking like it wants to fall out on once. Actually, it's flakes. And y'all know I do not like putting my fingers in my makeup. This one is a flaky shade though, actually. So it's not that it's loose, it's just flaky. See? But that's because I was pressing in it. But yeah, it's just flaky. But I do really like this palette. And then when it falls somewhere, like you blow one, it doesn't move. So it has like it's a weird kind of thing where there's moisture in it, but it's not wet, but it sticks to itself and flaky at the same time. I don't know. I don't know, but I really do like this one. Like, I'm not even going to rank palettes because all of these are good. The ones that I'm okay with going, everything else though, I'm just like, ooh. We used from Salem. That was it for Notoriously Morbid. From Salem Cosmetics. Yo, have y'all heard anything about Salem Cosmetics lately? On their website, everything is sold out, and the last thing that came out was a while ago. Like, are they still in business, or are they going out of business? But I'm glad I got this one, and I only got it because it was on sale for like $29.16, and I'm glad that I did get it because I really like it, and I only bought it because it was on sale. This is the color story for this one, and it's not shimmer heavy at all. This has some sparkle in it. This has a shine to it. And then you have these two shimmers. And so this 1, 2, 3, 4 are mattes. And this is a nice palette. These shades. I'm seeing purple when I look over here. And of course I can't get you to see. You haven't heard anything from them, Nina? I don't, it looks purple over here. And looking in the mirror, it still looks blue. I'm looking at that center shade. Okay, that's not working for me. But I really enjoy this too. And I'm glad that I purchased it. Because I really wasn't. But I'm like, ooh, sometimes sales be getting me. And especially if it's a unique palette. The packaging is unique. The color story for me is unique. And so I was like, oh, I get it. And I'm glad that I did. I don't remember the name of the palette I just purchased from Sigma. That was on sale for, I said this in the beginning, didn't I? Yo, I be tripping. Sometimes I worry myself. I be like, what? I am excited about it because it does look like a color story that I would love. For Pat McGrath, we use quite a bit of Pat McGrath. I'm going to start with her Quince. I paired, this is Lunar Nightshade. I forget what I paired it with. It might have been one of the other Quince from the Bijou Brilliance collection because we did use all three. I do know that we paired Bronze Ecstasy with Bordeaux Bliss, which is this one. I do remember we paired these two together. The look is nice. Yo, this right here is a smoky deep shade. I love that shade. The first look I did with this, I was like, oh my gosh. But then when I look at other stuff, I'm like, and how often do I reach for it, even though I really like it? And I'm not the type of person that'll just keep a palette for one shade. You know what I mean? But look at that, though. This one right here. Excuse me for that finger. But look at how, look at that. That right there, that black base. And then it's, I did pair these two. I don't remember what I paired this one with. Maybe it was this, I don't know. But all three of these have a home, so I will be mailing these out. Yes, y'all, I'm giving them up. All three of these, I have a sticky on it. All three of these are going out in the mail most likely tomorrow. Where am I going to put these? I'll put these right there. And we also used from Pat, Bestie sent me this. This is the also Bijou Brilliance Mothership Jewel Temptation. It was one of her YouTube shorts when she was in TJ Maxx. And I was like, because I only wanted the 4 shades that was in the Quint. that were duped in this palette. Like it was the same exact shade. And I kept saying, well, when the quad goes on sale, I'll buy it. This was less than the quad, and so I had messaged her and was like, how much was that? And I thought this was going to be too light for me. This is Paradise Venus. And so what I'll do is I'll put this on, and then I'll take the lighter one, which is Desert Amber. And sorry for all the lights and stuff. I'll put that like up here as a blush light. But these two look nice together on me. And I do like the looks I did with this palette. And it's not like a really out there kind of color story. Actually, other stuff that I have is kind of basic. But it is really pretty. And it does have the blushes in it. The eyeshadows in here have a 12-month PAO, and her blushes have an 18-month PAO. So I'm like, how is that going to work? But anyway, I do use her stuff. Nothing has turned on me. I have some motherships I've had for like 4 years, I think. And they're still like, I have no problems. And so I'm sure I'll have this for years and years and years to come. If anything, I'll end up just getting rid of it before it turns. But just like the mothership that's in my Macari store now. But I really do like this. I like it more than I thought I would. And we all have these kind of shades, like these browns and these tans. Like we all have those. And I am glad that I have it too, because who knows what's happening with that brand. My TJ Maxx too, Tony. I'm like, what the hell is this thrift store garbage? Like and there's a Marshall's that's like 10 minutes away, and it's just, it looks like Kmart. We had it's not here anymore. They closed it down like 4 or 5 years ago. But it was like a thrift store. The floors was always sticky. You walk in and you hear feet be sticking to the, and it was just I was so, and I'm like, who keeping this store open? It was just like a dump. And every time I go into the TJ Maxx closest to me, that's what I think about. That old raggedy, dirty ass Kmart. But they don't really have good stuff either. And when I used to go for my medical appointments, which are in Wilmington at the Wilmington VA hospital, there's 2 TJ Maxx and Marshalls within like 15 minutes of there. And so I used to, this was like, I think last summer, when I would go for my appointment, I would go to this TJ Maxx and Marshalls because they were in the same shopping center. And then coming home, there was another TJ Maxx and Marshalls in the same shopping center. So I would go over there, but I still never really found the one store. That's when I had saw all that Pat stuff. It was just like, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, what store purchased all of this Pat stuff and it didn't sell? And so they did whatever they did and to sell it to TJ Maxx. But I was just like, oh my gosh. And I was texting people, hey, and I was sending pictures, hey, you want anything, let me know. Because it was so much stuff. I was just like, it was like a whole little pet section. It was just crazy. Wasn't no motherships though. Yeah, mine's is a dump. Yeah, Selling cosmetics seems to have fallen off. Pets, excuse me, Nina says, Pat. Oh, I'm seeing y'all stars and y'all reminded me of something. Y'all badges. We have a new member. And so I need to, so if you're watching this, thank you for becoming an official Troll Ken. I was like, oh, because all the gifted ones fell off. And so, we were back at the same number we had. And then one day I looked and I'm like, Harpo, who this woman? And I was like, oh man, we got a new member. And so thank you for joining. Same with ours, other towns I go to. Yeah, and the other ones, and the area I live in is nice. And so I'm like, why is this store a dump? And what I think it is, is people come in from outside of right here and they just trash stuff. Trash stuff in your own neighborhood. Don't come over here doing that. Excuse me. So I'm just like, ew. And the TJ Maxx near me, I don't even want to touch anything. Because y'all know we be quick to be like if this wasn't, okay, like if this was this, and they didn't have it wrapped up with the sensor on it, y'all know we be like, okay, that's good, I'll take it. This one time, y'all, this lady was touching and opening every friggin' thing. And I was standing there because I wanted to look at something. And I'm standing there watching her, everything. And the bitch ain't buying nothing. She opened every freaking thing that was on this rack, and it was like a 3-tier rack. And I'm just sitting there like, and she ain't take not one thing and put in her cart. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to say. I don't want to start ranting and raving, as they say. One shoe in housewares, another in beauty, says Dawn. I asked the pain management doctor today that did my shots. He had a pair of sneakers under his desk, and he had on a pair of sneakers. And so I'm like, I said, why do you have 2 pair of footwear? And he said, they've been under there so long, I need to bring them home. I was just like, okay. Yeah, he's real cool, though. He's real cool. I can say, for the most part, I do get really good care at the VA hospital. And because of all the stuff that's going on with the orders and stuff, the political stuff, I'm glad that I have the rating that I have at the VA, because healthcare is expensive, medication is expensive, and I don't know where to. You know what? Is it over there? I'm still tripping when I can't find something. Yep, I see what I was looking for. Right where I left it. And I used to think that was strange, Dawn, because when I would shop at DSW, and every now and then I'll go in and just look to see. And for me, my DSW, because I need a size 11 or a 10.5 wide. They sell out quick. You'll see a whole bunch of 9s, 8s, 7s. You might see 110. So if I see something I like that's my size, I go ahead and get it. But they always look in the box. And I'm like, okay, if I'm getting a size 11, it says on the box, but both my feet are 2 different sizes, though, for real. One is a 10 wide, one is a 10.5 narrow. And so that's why I need 11s. But anyway, they always open the box and make sure they're both the same size. And I'm like, do people really be buying different size shoes? I guess so. Yeah, it was rude, Dawn. I was just standing there because I'm thinking, all right, like say I'm looking for Pat McGrath, right? And I see a pallet and it's not, packaged up or taped up. I'll just look real quick and be like, okay. And then I'll put it in my cart and go about my business. No, she was just standing there opening every freaking thing. I'm like, I don't know who raised you, but you need a new foster family or something to teach you some manners. Yeah, Nina says she sees it all the time. Maybe that's why they're in cases now. And you know what? They started putting Pat McGrath, Shiseido, perfumes. They put stuff in a locked glass case and some skincare stuff too, like higher end type stuff. So if you want something, you gotta go find somebody or go to cashier and be like, can you send somebody over to unlock this? Yeah, they started locking stuff up. And the stuff that's higher end than drugstore, well, higher end, they started putting that black thing on there and a sensor on it. You can't even open them. And I do believe that's why, because you just open stuff and then they be touching stuff because you can see marks in it, fingerprint. I'm just like, you just gonna touch everything inside the pallet, put it back, and then just move to the next one. Like, and she was watching some stuff too. I was just like, okay, let me get off of her, because I was just like, that's why stuff is in cases. They locking stuff up now. Yup, at TJ Maxx, at Marshall's that's closest to me, they got stuff in the glass locked case too. And it is a pain because you gotta find somebody, then you gotta wait and wait and wait. My mustache area is really disrespectful. I think that's just a permanent shade, like a permanent shadow. I am so distracted. Yo, I am tripping. The redness is okay though, but it's like right here. And it seems more so on this side, but not so much when I turn. I be distracting my damn self. And I know I tell y'all my hairline is funny. Like, why is it dark right there? And this side is not as dark as this. Like, what the hell is that? I didn't wear no makeup today. I just have on like skincare. Like, distracted my damn self. Glad I have an electric shaver because razors are locked up tight. Yeah. Did I just pulsate to y'all? Because to me it just like went real big and got small again. When I touch my screen, it didn't used to do that. Why is it doing that? Razors are expensive. Y'all have a pair of clippers I bought from, I forget the brand, from Target. This was maybe like in 2023, because I got tired of going to the barber to get my hair cut. And that's when I had that little faux mohawk thing, and I was just like, And so it was $25. It was $25, but I would always give them a $5 tip, so that was $30 every 2 weeks. And I'm like, damn, this is like $50, $60 a month. And so I looked online for clippers. They were like $25 and some change at Target, and it had all the guards on there. And I'm like, shit. So the first time I used it, it paid for itself. And I still had that same pair of clippers. I did have to replace the guards, but those were like $6, and you got like 3 of the same size. But so anyway, let's get back to the shadow. I appreciate y'all, because I know I be all over the place, and y'all just be sitting here like, she'll get back to why she here in a minute. She'll get back to the shadows. Hey, for Natasha to know that I used Biba. Oh, you know what? I did a look with Biba. And one eye with Biba, one eye with Sculpt. And y'all know what? I've been pulling this to use like a brown or a transition shade or under a brow bone or to deepen up. So what I had said I foresaw me using this for, I am actually using that for that. So this is Biba. These 4 are from Lila. And so this is Biba. The looks were the same. The colors are not exact dupes, but the way they blend together, what you put next to whatever, yeah. Some people weren't able to guess. They were like, I didn't know you had on 2 different palettes. So yes, but this is easy for a quick pickup if I want transition under my brow or to deepen up the outer corner versus going into this one. And I do really like Biba, and I really do like Lila. And this is my second time having Biba, and I think, I want to say Lila's new too, but I'm not sure. But I know I purchased Biba, my second Biba and my second Circle Loco when she had one on bundle deal. They were almost like buy one, get one free. Excuse me. I don't remember how long I had Lila though. Her shadows don't turn on me quick at all. Because I think I had, well, this is only, her PAO was 24 months. I've had this for like a year and a half, and the same with my new Circle Loco. But yeah, the shades are similar. You know, these 2 right here. Let me see. These 2 browns, both the blacks. This one is not that one. This one is this one. And so yeah, me miss don't like dupes. What? This is handy and quick to pick up, just like oh, good grief. Mini Xenon. That's easy and quick to pick up if I want a black, which this has a black in it, but if I want like a shimmer gray or a regular gray. But then also, you know what I'm just now thinking about? I stuck my friggin' finger in it again. This e.l.f. palette, when I opened it earlier, I stuck my finger in this shade. This time I stuck my finger. That's why it looks like that. This is the one I just stuck my thumb into. I don't know why I have so much trouble opening this. But this will be good for a quick pickup too. And I'm backwards. Look at these. So these these 3 shades are these 3 shades. Look at this. What the hell? I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to do a beauty battle with it, but because they're both cheap, but still, this is $3, this is $27. But look, and I didn't see it till just now when it was sitting here, and I'm like, wait a minute. I might do a beauty face off and just be like, if you just want a very inexpensive alternative. So with this, you have Sculpt and you have friggin' Mario. What? I don't have any water or wipes over here for my thumb. Look at that shadow, y'all. It is not coming off. Some of it came off. But, so there's that. But look, it's still, yo, these little bite-sized palettes, it is not wiping off. It is not wiping off. Every time I open this, I stick my finger in it. It's like, I ain't going to do it again. Because I'll probably stick my finger in it again. But damn, you know what? I'm going to leave those 2 out. Because that would be Yeah, because somebody will just be like, okay, $3. Yeah, we don't need to do 27. All right. Natasha also. Oh my God. I think I'm starting to get a migraine. I think it's because of this bright light. He asked me when he was doing the shots, because I was just, oh my gosh. He said, when was your last migraine? I said, actually, yesterday. He said, oh, that makes sense. He says, you're really sensitive today. Mind you, they sticking needles in my forehead and in my scalp. But I guess I was more like, or whatever. But he was like, when did you ever realize migraine? Yesterday? He said, okay. He said, that makes sense. He's like, you're really sensitive today. So this is I Need a Nude. Surprisingly, even to me, I freaking love this palette. And I was trying to figure out why. Because y'all know, you know what? I freaking love this palette. And I think, I, excuse me, y'all. I think it's because it's the, I didn't stick my finger in it. Because this is the only palette that I have like this. With this type of color story. So it is unique to my collection. At the same time, though, like y'all know I don't go for this, but I do really like it. I was thinking about this one. That does not match. Not really. Maybe these two right here. Or that one. So that's kind of it for that. But if I did a look, like, would it look similar? And let's go to this one. No. All right, so we'll just do the Natasha and the bite size. So it's surprising to me that I actually really love that palette. Also, we use pastel. We paired it with something. And we also paired Sculpt with something, because I pulled one of these shades or something, and I don't remember what. We paired this with something. I don't remember what. I really like this palette. I didn't get the MIDI pastel palette, because back then I was like, I don't know pastel colors. But this one is perfect for me. I did a look with just this when I first got it, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I do really enjoy this palette. But what I probably need to do is look at other stuff I have, because I usually don't pair this with anything, which now is making me think I need to see what else I have that's similar, because maybe I can just let it go. You know what I mean? But it is really cute, though. You know what? Maybe we'll do our spring look with this when we do our Paradise Islands giveaway, or what people say is a spring look. This might work for that. Do I need to make myself a note? I'll figure it out. So that live, we are going to do a look. All right, so people are coming and going. I am just too wacky today. Like, wackier than usual. Oh, goodness. Did I scream? No. No, because it's Elf. If it was something else, I would be like, oh my gosh. But Elf, yeah, I could mess that up. We used, excuse me, Moonlit Seduction. And y'all know how much I've talked about this palette. I think it's in my Macari store. I think it is. I do really like this palette. This shade looks basic as hell, but this is one of my favorite shades in here. And I do really like this duochrome, but that's a basic shift. So for this, it would just be the formula, even though it's flaky. I did learn to work with it, and I do like it. But that green, excuse me for that glare. So that green and then that burgundy type shift that it has. So I do believe this is in my Macari store, because I don't use it enough. And yes, there's things that don't get used as often as I would like them to, just because I'm using other stuff. But even when I'm thinking of, oh, what can I use that I haven't used in a while, this is never on my mind, like, to pick it up and use it. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with it at all. I just don't gravitate to it. And I love this palette. This is one of my favorite motherships. This is Subliminal. But I'm like, am I doing it any justice? And I'm not. So, Dawn, you said you like these colors. Check my Macquarie store. Do you have this one, Dawn? Because if you do, maybe I'll take it out and we'll do a collab. That could be one of your first videos. But yeah, I do believe this is in my Macquarie store. But I really do like this palette. But so I've been thinking about, what am I realistically going to use and really be like, yeah. But so this is in my Macquarie store. So where's that going? I'm going to put that there. Lethal Cosmetics. We did so far. I don't think it aired yet. Hey, Goodwin, how are you? Well, email me, Dawn. Maybe we can work something out. Because there was a time when someone I knew from YouTube, they saw some stuff in my store and they were like, because I do negotiate with people that I'm cool with. And she wanted to bundle a bunch of stuff. And no, was it her? No, it wasn't her. It was someone else that I'm cool with here on YouTube. And we negotiated a price. And so I told her, let me know when you're ready to pay and I'll post it. Because the price that I was going to list it as, I'm like, somebody will take it like right away. And so we set it up where when she was ready, I went ahead and released the listing and she purchased it. So if you want to get that, Dawn, we can work something out. We used Midnight. Did I use Midnight Serenade last month? Pat shadows are really nice, and I get lots of compliments when I wear those shadows. I don't wear them a lot, but I tell you this, Tony. Every time I wear makeup, I get compliments on my eyeshadow. Every single time. Whether I'm at the grocery store, if I'm down at the Playhouse, if I'm at the post office, somebody's always like, your makeup is really nice. I like your eyeshadow. Every time. And I heard somebody else say that years ago. They said every time they wear Pat, they get compliments. And so I'm like, what do they use other times? Because every time I wear a look, I get compliments. Like, seriously. And I'm like, thank you. Here's my card. Like, seriously. I'm like, here's my card. Oh, when I was at the hospital, because my cousin asked me to go, and she said her husband was on his way. So it was just more so just be there and wait until you do too, Tony. Good. I'm still waiting for you to start your videos. So we were just there waiting for the funeral home to come and pick her up. And so we were just sitting there talking. And so when the dude came, I asked him if they have like a steady makeup artist or do they just use different makeup artists. And he was like, we use different ones. I said, can I give you some of my cards? I said, or I can bring them when I come to the service. And he's like, no, I'll take some. So I gave him some of my cards. And I know it would take, I do believe it takes certain type of people, certain personalities to do certain type of jobs. And so I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'll do makeup on a deceased person kind of thing. But I actually feel okay with that. Yes, I gave him some of my cards. And I said, I can still bring some when I come. And he said, well, you don't have to because I'll have them. He said, but you'll probably be talking to such and such. And surprisingly, I didn't write her name down, but I remember the name he said. And maybe because that's like a side hustle business type thing. I don't know. But yeah, I gave him some of my cards. Dawn, you have Midnight Serenade. We need to do a collab, Dawn. Start doing your videos. Okay, you're going to take a peek. Okay. I think what it is with Pat is that it's so shiny. Some of the shades are so shiny that it's just like, oh, that it makes it stand out versus like satin shades and with other palettes. Because even with MAC, they seem to do a lot of satins, like in a Pride palette. But it's really pretty, but they're just kind of low-key, which I like. Lethal, though, they have some bold, lighter shades, too. And then people be like, oh my gosh, that's really pretty. And I'm like, thank you. I don't think I could put makeup on someone that is cold. Well, you don't have to like touch their face. You know what I mean? Unless you wanted to. But I mean, maybe. You know, probably depending on how much you do. Like if we're gonna do like their upper lash line or something, you might touch their face. But then, I don't know. But I actually feel okay with that. And I had thought about that at another funeral I went to because I was looking at the person in the casket and I was just like, I was like, that don't that don't look like. Yeah. So I asked him, and yeah, he took some of my cards. The ones that she get compliments on Sydney Grace and Unearthly, occasionally Natasha. You abandoned your midnight serenade. I don't remember if I used this. I know I pulled this out. You know why I took this out? I think I took this out because our swatch party next Monday is Spellcraft palette. And it's on my mind to swatch those reddish tones against these. And I put them side by side. They look different, but are they going to look the same on my skin? So that might be why it's out. Or did I really use this in January? I don't even remember. I think I used it, but I don't know. Y'all know, I don't think it aired yet. Did y'all see my Mission Triple X looks yet? I did 3 looks so far. I have 9 more to do. No, 6 more to do. One of the looks, because I looked at the picture of my Mission Triple X looks that I did. Yeah, we have like 6 more looks to do. And I just wrote down like what the colors were. This is my Mission Triple X inspired. I really like this palette, y'all. And even when I'm doing a look, excuse me, sometimes I'm like, does this look something like such and such? But it's always something different about it. And I've used everything in here quite a few times. And because maybe half of the looks I did had a purple, I used this one, even though this turned blue. But this, I'm loving it. So we got 6 more. I think it's a 3 palette. No, a 3 look video. Because I didn't want to do one eye and then another eye. Because I wanted to get the full looks. But I am like seriously digging this palette. I'm excited for when, y'all, aside from the swatch party for Spellcraft, we have 3 more. 3 more. We have 3 more swatch parties scheduled for this month because we're going to go through when y'all helped me, when the members gave me title suggestions for the palettes, and then we came in a live stream and we actually picked the names from the suggested names. We're going to swatch all of those, and that was Sandy's idea. She's like, "Well, just swatch them all," and because it was like 9 of them, so we're going to split it up. So, but yeah, our last 3 lives for this month. I need to not scratch because that might be one of the places where he stuck me with the needle and I don't want to like break the skin. Yeah, so our last 3 lives this month, we're going to be swatching. We're going to be swatching our ass off. And I told you already, I scheduled a live stream for tomorrow to swatch this one. Because I'm like, y'all know, I got to. So we got 4 more and they're all matte. I'm going to show this monstrosity. Let me see if I'm missing any comments. I love swatching on my forehead before I wash my face. Dawn, when you start doing videos, you should do a swatch party. We can be face paint twins. Oh, wait a minute. You couldn't make on somebody's cold. That's true. I didn't think of that. I didn't like the look I did. Are you talking Midnight Serenade? You didn't like the look that you did? Aw. I tend to abandon things. I'll put it in the stack for this week. I love swatch parties. I just love painting my face. Let me stop scratching. It is just so much fun. I really just enjoy it. This one, y'all know. I gotta sit back with this one. I gotta lean back with that one. Lean back. This does have a lot of satin shades in it, so you're not really going to get bloom pow, but you will get pretty easy and simple with minimal fallout. and that can mean a lot these days. And I don't even know what look I did or why. I really don't. But we did use this in January. What is that for, a good win? Dawn said she didn't like a look she did with the palette and recently used it and loved it. I used it 4 days. It was so great. That happens sometimes too. Like I won't like a look, and then I'll be like, ah, and then I'll be turned off, and then I'll make myself use it again, and I'll be like, okay, this is bomb. So this. I don't remember. I don't remember what. I remember we stayed over here, like the darker shades, and I think we put this under our brow bone. But I don't remember like why, or was it a? It was a particular look that I was going for. Y'all, my days just blur together. So I don't remember. The one thing about this though is it's hard to stay clean because even like how this is right here, I can wipe it all I want to. It ain't moving. I would have to take a wet cloth. Like it doesn't move. And that's how they stay on your lids too. Like they don't move. They don't fade. They don't crease. Dawn said I need to use Midnight Serenade and Dragon's Eye by What's Up. I forgot about What's Up makeup. They need a second chance. Please use y'all makeup. But this, I really like this palette. I have always liked MAC's shadows. I've always liked their formula, whether it was the mattes, the shimmers, the satins, and now they have what I forget what the new ones are. Swatch party time. Yeah, tomorrow and the last three. Tomorrow swatch party, Monday swatch party, and the last three lives of this month swatch parties. So it's like part one, part two, and part three because those are all the lethal palettes. But I really do dig this. If you're not that this is any more available because it's not. I honestly don't think I've tried MAC shadows this one. You know what it is? I think with MAC because they don't advertise a lot, and because of all of these indie brands and the boom pow and the shimmer shimmers, that's what people tend to want. And a lot of these, they're kind of more satin. There are a lot of mattes in here, but like their shimmer shades are more of a satin formula. And people who want the boom pow, this ain't gonna do it for them. But if you want something, not particularly this palette, but any of their single eyeshadows, if you just want something easy, that's pretty, there's no mess, there's no fallout, it doesn't fade, it doesn't crease, then yeah, I do recommend, MAC shadows. But if you're really like, I want that boom pow or I want that celestial shade type of look, you're not going to get that with MAC at all. They do have Dazzle Shadow Extremes, which are more shiny. Um, and dare I say, they're not quite like the celestial shade, how it looks on, but to me, it's close. You still get that boom pound, it's like that high shine. But just in general, MAC shadows, they just work. And honestly, I would recommend MAC for like beginners in makeup because it's hard to mess up unless you just don't like the color story that you choose because they're just really easy to work with. But I am glad that I got this palette. It is limited edition. It's not available anymore. What I didn't know, because on the back it doesn't look like it, these are removable pans. So you can put them, you can rearrange the color story, or if you don't like certain shades, take them out and get another single shadow from MAC and pop it in here. And so when the lady told me these removable, I was like, wait, what? And not that I would rearrange it, but it's nice to know that, 5 years from now, if these start to turn, I could just get some new MAC shades. And we have 3 more MAC palettes. And these are all BYOPs. Build your own. I have 3. I have 3. Sometimes I think to do a swatch party of all of these, and then I'm thinking I might have, what, I did do swatch parties of these when I first got them, but they weren't in here. Some were in 9-pan palettes, some were in 6-pan palettes. And then when I'm like, you know what, wait, they have 15 pans. And so I bought the 3 15 pans and rearranged them. And so these are all my singles. And I do have a, I think I don't know if I think it might be a 9-pan empty MAC palette. And I'm not sure, but I'm wondering if the ColourPop shadows would fit in there because I know some people depot their ColourPop. But I guess I would have to look up the dimensions of the pan. But this one I call Starry Night because I know that this shade is Starry Night, that typical shift. So it's like a burgundy blue, this one right here. So it's blue and then it's that burgundy-ish, that typical type shade. And I put this one together this way to do just a neutral look, to do a smoky look, you know, to do not quite a grungy look, but just kind of murky a little bit with the blues and greens. But of course, I hop around the freaking palette. But yeah, I like this. Some of these shades I got from the CCS, and it was in Maryland. CCS is Company Cosmetic Store. Here in Delaware, we have a CCO, which is Company Cosmetic Outlet. And I have purchased some MAC single shadows from there. And the last, I think it might have been 2 years ago when I got some of these shades, some of them were on clearance for like $2, $4. I'm just like, what? Because full price, they're $21. And that's if you just get the single pan. If you get it in the compact, I think it's like 20. No, I think they're $11. If you get the pro pan, just the pan, if you get it in a compact, I think it's like 21. But even for $11 and getting them like $2, $4 or some change, I bought a bunch. And I'm looking at this palette, at least half of this palette with some of those clearance shades. Yeah, we all used to run Tony to MAC back in the day. Like when I first started wearing makeup in 2007, maybe around 2009. It was like if you ain't have MAC, you wasn't saying nothing. You did not wear eyeshadow if you didn't wear MAC. But then I think what happened was, and I don't know how me and one of the employees had started talking about it a couple years ago. I was like, MAC is still that OG, because when I reintroduced myself to MAC, I'm like, I still love them as much as I did before. And she said, from her standpoint, being an employee of MAC, she said they don't advertise enough. And because they were at the top of the game, because it was like how now is Pat McGrath, Pat McGrath. Back then it was like MAC, 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 MAC. And because they were like, you know, the OG, when other brands started popping up, MAC didn't change. So they were just resting on, you know, their reputation. And so all these other brands popped up. MAC wasn't saying nothing. They wasn't doing too much. Couple collabs a year or whatever. And so they got left behind. And now, like the last 5 years or so, the new stuff. What's the new release? What's the new release? What's the new release? And MAC doesn't release a lot. And some of their releases to me, I'm just like, that look dusty. I'm like, that look dusty. But so that's what I think that happened. They just got comfortable. And when because they didn't have too much competition back then. But then when competition came, MAC was like, we ain't got competition. Yeah, you did. And MAC got left in the dust. But to me, MAC is still that OG. This palette I call Cobalt because I know that this shadow is Cobalt. But this one, this is like a light murky type row. Yeah, I just hop around. This is kind of like a hodgepodge, but I did put them somewhat in color family order, which I normally don't do. But I do like this palette. This is the only one that gave me issues. This is Power to the Purple. I had used it and it was dry as hell. I'm like, oh no. So I went into the MAC store and she said, can I help you? I said, yes. Could I have a single pan of Power to the Purple, please? And so she pulled this out the drawer, paid my $11, and I left. And so this is the new one. But it takes a long time for MAC shadows for the formula to change for me. And their PAO, their shadows are good for at least 30 months after you open it. And I know that because regulation, if your product should last at least 30 months, you do not have to put a PAO on it. Most of the MAC stuff don't have a PAO on it, which means they're good for at least 30 months. They're good for over 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And so I know when I buy their stuff, I'm going to have it for a very long time. And I've never had one of their shadows turn on me. Just that one that was, all of a sudden it was dry. I'm like, oh no. So I just replaced it. And so that's this one. The last one is Work, 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 Work. That song irks me. You know why? Because I listen to the lyrics. And I do like the song. Because she's saying, he said me happy work, right? And then he comes on talking about when you going to be done. Excuse me, Negro, you told me I had to go to work. Now you asking when am I coming home? You want me to work or you want me to be at home? But that's me listening to the lyrics. I know it's a song and I do like the song, but I'm just like, make the lyrics make sense. But anyway, that's just me. Don't tell her she got to go to work and then be like, when are you going to be done and come home? Anyway. Sugar Drizzle is running the sale, says Nina. Don't know if they still are. I don't have anything from them. I don't even know if I've ever looked them up to see if they use past pigments or not. And I probably assume that they did because a lot of these brands do. But The one says to Tony, we need to challenge ourselves to use them. That's a good thing. Yeah, and yeah, encourage each other to use y'all stuff. And actually, y'all two can do a collab when y'all both start doing videos. Dawn, you got a lot of stuff. You just be naming stuff I ain't even heard of. I have heard of Sugar Drizzle. You've been neglecting those two. Sugar Drizzle has fun palettes. You put zero makeup in January. Happy about that. Did I purchase something in January? I'm sure I did. And I already purchased that thing I just told. Ow. My back. Excuse me. What did I buy? Oh, that palette from Sigma, and I forget the name of it. But it looked murky. I'm excited to get it. They already printed the label. They just need to ship it now so I can track it. You haven't spent much in January at all. Just an unearthly pre-order. Y'all know what though? It's good that we haven't been spending a lot in January and February, because the October, November, December. I remember when I did my beauty budget update for December and how much I spent in November. It was insane because I had been 250, 170 something, 300 something, and then it was like 1,000 something for November, and I was like, damn. So I needs not to be buying a bunch of stuff. So yeah, so this one is work, because that's the name of the shadow. Work with an E, mind you, not with an O. So that's work. And so this one, of course, this is my favorite row. Two of these shades are from Pat McGrath. This one is Illuminati, this black with the shimmer. I forget what else. Yeah, so MAC single, not oh my God. Pat McGrath, her round pans, they fit in MAC compacts. This one is a Pat shade, and I know that because I chipped it. So this is a MAC, this is a Pat shade. I know this is a Pat shade, that's Illuminati. Something else in here is a Pat shade. I don't remember which one. I kind of want to say this one because it has that gouge in the middle. Y'all, I be messing up some shadows trying to depot them, but I don't know. I don't remember Pat having a shade like that. I don't know. So these are all the palettes, y'all, all 27. We use Moonlit Seduction, Paradise Islands from Nomad, Wild Ireland, Wild Atlantic Way. I sound like I'm drunk. Ooh, we use Celeb Cosmetics, In Your Dreams, Mario, Ethereal Eyes, Moonlight. We use our Lethal, Martine Cosmetics, Mission Triple X Dupe, Inspired palette, Lethal Cosmetics, Midnight Serenade, Notoriously Morbid, Season of the Witch, Notoriously Morbid, Life and Death, Notoriously Morbid, Paint the Town Red. Damn. Okay. Natasha Denona, I Need a Nude. And y'all, I gotta put all this stuff away. Natasha Denona Beaver palette. Natasha Denona Sculpt palette. Natasha Denona Pastel palette. I like the clear covers. Elf Bite Size Truffle. And I'm keeping this. We just talked about the Matte Pride one. This beast of a palette, which I love. Pat McGrath, Thanks to Bestie, Jewel Temptation from the Bijou Brilliance collection. Y'all, the price on that, I was just like, what? Speakeasy from Notoriously Morbid and Udin's Eye, Planet Spirit Fitness. So I'm trying to find a home for this one. I don't know where it's going to go. Oh, and we use these 3 quints. All of these already have a home. Those are getting mailed out soon. In this, so if you let me know about this, Dawn. And I think that's it, y'all. Oh, my lives are getting shorter. Last one was like an hour. I was surprised. I'm like, damn. But that's a good thing. I haven't been okay. Goodwin says you've been getting the ice cream box. That's how I found you. How'd you find me from the ice cream box? I don't get the ice cream box. And that's $25. I need to say, I think I might have had a shot over here because it's just a spot that's just itching. How'd you find me from the ice cream box? I don't get this. So I don't do any videos on it. Yeah, I think that's one of the places he stuck me. Yeah, this was one and this one was bleeding. And after he does the shot, like he has a piece of gauze in his hand, like he'll dab it And then like after he's done everything, he'll be looking. So if there's anything bleeding, like these little red marks are from shots, you know, and he'll be like making sure I'm not bleeding. Yeah, he's a very good doctor. Very conscientious, very nice. So yeah, I'm still curious, Goodwin, like how you found me from the ice cream box. I've never got that box. And I thought about it, but then when I see it, I'm like, am I really going to use those products? And the answer is probably not. Their shipping went up, doing I couldn't do it. Everything's going to start going up. Everything's going to start going up. The dude is starting all these tariff wars. And my thing is, why are you going to mess with like the people that work close? The countries that we import the most stuff from, those are the ones he's going after. And I'm just like, that to me don't make any sense. Like you're just ruining like good governmental country like agreements. But we know he don't care about that. Yeah, Goodwin, how'd you hear about me from the yeah, yeah, I really want to know. But we're going to go, y'all. Thank you those who are here from the replay. I appreciate you being here. Replay, y'all, I need to take a nap. Replay crew rocks. And I do appreciate y'all. And I appreciate all of you being here and for putting up with me because I know the good thing is I know. Because you ever meet somebody that's off and they don't know they off and you be like, you need therapy. But I know I be off. I do. So everybody have a good night. Thank you for being here. Thank you to all the members. I was excited to get the lip bundle. Says Dawn on sale. So the shipping kind of okay. The shipping absorbed it. Pre-ordered from Unearthly. They have scheduled to ship in March. Wow. So thank you to the members here. Thank you to the new member if you're watching this. I appreciate you joining. We'll be back here tomorrow night. I'm a lounge most of the day tomorrow, like for real, because so we'll be back here, and I'm excited. And we're only swatching this one palette. I may show you other ones because notoriously Morbid, they do a lot of bright shimmer colors, and somehow all the palettes look different. But I am just going to show some of the other ones, but we're not going to swatch them because they are not the same. But I'm excited for this. Look at y'all. And they know how to do packaging. All right, so I will see y'all tomorrow night. I do have a video going up in the morning because I didn't plan on doing a live tomorrow night, but I already scheduled it and all of that, so that's there. I'm going to make sure the rules are in the Paradise Islands live stream. And yeah, so the new one that I have is up for grabs. So we're going to go. Thank you again, all of you, for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you for tolerating me because I know sometimes I'm a mess and today I'm a hot mess. I feel it. And we'll be back here tomorrow night. So everybody have a good night and use y'all makeup. Don't be neglecting stuff y'all paid y'all hard on money for. And as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Thank you. Why am I talking so soft all of a sudden? Because I'm weird.